Hey everybody, Steve again. Got my roughly 35-year-old Ruger 10/22 stainless rifle. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on field stripping this thing. So let's get right into it. Alright, let's make sure she's got nothing in there. No clip. We're empty. The first thing we're going to do is take off the barrel clamp. Doesn't take much to loosen that. Usually pops right off. Set that aside. We got the stock bolt here. It doesn't come all the way out. You can turn that a lot and it just stays in there. Okay. Turn it over. Lift up the barrel from the front and hold her upright if you think about it, because if you lean it over, a lot of times on mine, and it's not going to do it this time, half the time, yeah, there we go, she just about dropped the pin out, one of the trigger group pins, without any effort at all. Now I just got a ground off screwdriver that I usually just push out the pins with. They come right out normally on my gun. Your gun might be a little tougher. Alright, I'll set the trigger group aside for now. I leave the bolt on this thing alone. I don't take and lock it back. And let's go ahead and push out the bolt stop pin. This one likes to be a little difficult right at the end. And there it goes. Alright, at that point you can turn it upside down and grab your bolt, your ejector handle, and just start working that a little bit to get her up and out of there. This one's going to give me a little hard time today. There we go. Just a couple of taps and there she cooperates. Alright, now on this particular gun, it gets pretty dirty up in here. This one's already been cleaned, so I'm not going to try and teach you how to clean a gun. So there is all there is to taking it apart as far as you need to for cleaning. Now I will take and show you the most difficult part of this is the ejector handle. I'll put a drop of oil on it right here, and this thing likes to bind, so if you don't support it while you got a point on the end, I'll show you with it in the gun, you get that positions right there. You can see how it is. Alright, it's not focusing fantastic, but I will take both hands, get her slipped right on that little seat in there, get your finger on it so you can get her started, get both fingers on it to pull it back, and it's all the way back in the retracted position, and I hold it with this hand, take my bolt, because a block right here, it has to drop in the front first, is what I've found is the easiest way. Put a lot of pressure on it with my thumb right here, and then I release the bolt carrier right there, the bolt handle, and she pops into place. That's the best way I found to do this. Alright, I normally just put a drop of oil in a couple of places in here. I don't get crazy with the oil. It's a 22. They're usually really good about not giving you trouble if you clean them occasionally. On the trigger group, this thing, I put a touch of a mix oil and molybdenum dioxide right on the hammer. Just one little smooth of it there. I usually put a drop of oil on all the friction points and down on the pin, the firing pin, 1 drop. Don't give it any kind of generous amounts of anything, just a touch here and there. Okay, I make sure my ejector has not gotten out of place. It goes down in that little slot. Alright, that being said, you can slip her back into place, and you can put the bolt stop pin back in first, last, in the middle, doesn't matter. And give it a little tap, and I will drop in my trigger group pins. Next, mine are really loose on mine. Could be just because it's been shot so much and it's such an old gun. So if you're out in the field trying to do this, be very careful. If your pins are loose like mine, they'll fall right out into the grass and you'll be doing a search and recovery for, gosh, who knows how long. So once I get all my pins in, I'm very careful to not tilt it. I put the back of the stock in place first, and I drop it back down in to place. Then I can lay it down. Now, I don't know if I mentioned that before. This safety can be a trick getting it out sometimes. You saw this time didn't give me any trouble coming apart. Sometimes you have to get it kind of centered, and it doesn't like to stay centered. It's spring loaded. So sometimes if it won't come out, you have to kind of play with that. Keep that in mind. Alright, we're going to tighten up the stock bolt real quick, and let's give it a small snug on that. We're going to put the barrel clamp back on, and we're going to snug that back down. Alright, at this point I think we're good to go. We'll see if she operates correctly, and she's good. So, if that helped you out, give her a thumbs up. Maybe you think about ringing the bell, and have a nice day.